Greetings there in YouTube land. My name is Jeff Elliott, better known through my YouTube videos there. Confetti Gold, Treasure Hunting with Jeff and David. The B&B cousins of Bigfoot and Baldy, and yes, I'm the Baldy half. This video is not going to be about my outdoor endeavors. This video has nothing to do with my outdoor endeavors with treasure hunting, so I thought it through and thought it best to make this video in the comfort of my own home. And while I'm at it, yay! Happy belated 4th of July. I'm a little bit late. This is July the 23rd, Thursday, July 23rd, around 10 o'clock. So yay, I'm a patriotic guy. Love America. But is America all cracked up to be what we think or what we hope it to be? I think not. No, I believe not. And God knows so as well. So the flags aside, I'll get back with some more flag gestures or commentary in a few minutes in this video. The message I want to try to get across might be several messages. I want to be talking about today is people, including myself. People and sin. They go hand in hand. It's synonymous. They go hand in hand. And yes, I'm going to even bring up the greatest history book, the King James Version, the Holy Bible, and some little bit of brief messages about people. Whether you believe it or not, this is known and recognized worldwide as biblical doctrine. Of course, we'll exclude the atheists and non-believers and disbelievers. The verdict's still out. May not be any hope for them folks. Perhaps. But anyway, back to my message at hand. People. Some say, why are you doing a video talking about people? Well, I'm very disturbed, very upset, very disturbed and upset. I have every right to be. People are repeating the badness of this book. We should be reading this book. If you believe it, we should be reading this book and live the good out of this book and learn from the people who lived back in the Bible days, the Jesus land over there, where he was born and raised, the Middle East. People and sin, like I said, they go hand in hand, synonymous. I'm going to try to refrain from obscenity, curse words, but I won't use the GD. I won't use that, but I know I'll probably blurt out some other obscenities. So forgive me. Dear God, forgive me. We as people, it's common, it's inherent for us to sin. We should always, if we believe in the good book, we should believe in the power of prayer and keep penitent hearts. If we're going to sin, we're going to sin, and we should also have penitent hearts. Hopefully way before we die. And maybe then God will have mercy on our souls. Okay, let me get right into the gist of my message. People. There's black, there's white, or there's white and there's black. Everything else in between is just generic. And I know I'm probably going to get some hate comments, and that's okay. That's okay. I can take it. And I will take it. And hopefully I'll get some praise comments as well. And I'll accept those as well. Where should I start? Oh, people. The federal government. Oh, yes. Here as of late. So I'm going to be talking about people. And our latest current events, so to speak. Mr. Prez, I won't go any further to name names. I'll try to refrain from names. You got the audacity to go down to South Carolina and disrespect those wonderful, beautiful 9 black souls that were murdered by a white guy, no less, Mr. Roof. Mentioned the name, I'm sorry, I apologize. But you got the audacity to almost turn that into a political affair. Are you nuts? Mr. Prez, are you nuts? You're supposed to have been delivering a eulogy in respect to those beautiful 9 people. Bless their souls. God bless their souls. And the gentleman that did that heinous, murderous crime, may God have some mercy on his soul. May God have some mercy on his soul. He's got a lot of repentance to do. A lot of repentance to do. Mainly to those people, beautiful people that he slaughtered, murdered. This message is going to come from the heart. And yes, it's going to be upsetting. And yes, I'm going to step on some toes, including my own. We live in an imperfect world. So we are people who are imperfect. We were created in God's image, but we're still imperfect. We're not perfect. So, Mr. Prez, leader of our federal government, this nation, great nation, United States of America, you're trying to blame a piece of garment, a flag. Last time I checked, I've never seen a flag hold guns and kill people. Last time I checked. That's never happened. Never ever happened. So you see a picture on Facebook with a gentleman holding a Confederate flag. And blame it on the flag. He's going to go kill somebody. He's holding a Confederate flag. And we just got news this morning. I saw it. They had a conversation with Mr. Roof. Asked him why he did it. They asked him why he did it. He come forth clean and honest. He said he wanted to start a race war. Now how stupid, how idiotic his way of thinking that his murderous crime, heinous murderous crime, was going to start a race war. No common sense there. His life is just ruined. Just ruined. But likewise, we can't go blaming a piece of garment, a piece of history that stands for honor, pride of the Deep South. Those soldiers on the Confederacy side fought and believed and died for what they believed in. So if we're going to continue to get further and further away from the Constitution and what it stands for, that's totally wrong in God's eyes. Totally wrong. It's totally wrong in our nation's eyes. I won't say any more about the Deep South. I won't say any more about the heinous crime that was committed. I'm trying to keep my thoughts together here. We all have to look in a mirror each and every day. So the federal government, when y'all, Congress and Senate, have always been crooked and corrupt ever since you've been in existence. Leaders of this great nation. Always been crooked and corrupt. Always. Better start doing some living correctly, doing some living right. Because you're leaning more towards the leadership towards a tyrannical federal government. And I'm not the only one that sees it that way. I'm just one of millions of people, citizens of this great nation, that sees it that way. And I'm trying not to get angry. Because I'm a concerned citizen, I'm a concerned Christian, a concerned child of God that feels with these convictions in my heart, I have to get them out. And yes, it will go on YouTube. And yes, I will step on some toes. So be it. And I'll get more into that, and offending of people. Being an offense or offending people. I'll get more into that a little bit later on in my message. So my last little bit on the federal government, talking about the federal government, Congress and Senate, and President and Vice President, and future Presidents and Vice President. Let's start looking in the mirror and do what one of our great fellow men said in one of his songs. God rest his soul. Yes, Michael Jackson. Take a look in the mirror and take a look at yourself and make that change. Set an example, a good example for once. Talking about the federal government, set an example, a good example for once. This country, beautiful, great country we live in, is close to what, $25 trillion in debt. What does that say for our future kids that haven't been born yet? Or the future babies and kids that's being grown and brought up into this great nation. What does that say for our country, this great country, this great nation? What does that say? 20 to 25 trillion, maybe even more, dollars in debt. Astronomical numbers. Yes, it's a growing yearly debt through the years, through the ages, to whatever, 300 years, whatever. An accrued debt, an accrued debt. I guess I'm trying to use the right words here. But y'all get my meaning. Give more power. If you really want to make a difference, give more power to the president, hopefully the future president. And I've never voted for Republican. Never. I've voted for all my life. I've always voted Democrat. Always. But if the GOP ticket goes to Mr. Trump, Mr. DT, we'll call him, I'll vote for him. I love what he stands for. I love what he speaks his piece. He don't pull back no punches. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking my piece. I'm a pretty much quiet, laid back, shy individual. But I'm speaking my piece now. Concerned. Upset. Don't you think for 1 minute that God ain't? If I am? So let's do something great, federal government. Let's do something. Try to do something great. Go home. When you go home, make an effort. Well, when you go to work, earning those fat paychecks, do something great. Try to do something great, like get this great nation out of debt. Make the people, the real government, by the people, of the people, for the people. Make us proud of this great nation again. Make it a great nation. Make it a great United States of America again. Please. I'm begging. Please. Allow, if he gets the GOP ticket and wins the next presidential election, allow Mr. Trump. I'll vote for him. He's got my vote. It'll be the first time I've ever voted for a Republican. He sounds really sincere. I think he's a man to get things done. but only if he is allowed to get things done. And the Congress and Senate quit hogging all the power. Because we the people, if we really wanted to, could overthrow our federal government. If we really wanted to. But we're Christians. We're good people. And I'm not putting no religion into this. This is a good book right here. It's a great history book. Known worldwide of being a true biblical doctrine, so far as it's translated correctly. And I believe about, 98, 99% of it. Some of it's debatable. Do something great. Do something great. Try to get this country out of debt. Make the people, the future, our babies, the kids, make them proud of this country. We may not, as grown adults, may not live to see it. Allow us to be truly, inwardly proud to perhaps see this country get out of debt. Set a great example for once. For once in y'all miserable, stinking, candied apple, jackass lives. Do something right for once. Just maybe, God will show some mercy and won't use you as a footstool. It's in the Bible. He has that power to use us as a footstool. Okay, that's enough about the federal government. I'll refrain from obscenities as much as I could. That's pretty good. Okay. Some more people I'm going to talk about. Let's see.